Alright, we all know that Scarlet is a really good zoning character. She's pretty solid. You can get some decent combos with her too. But I actually made a Rushdown in your face variation of her. I call it Period Girl because nobody wants to be with a girl when she's on her period. Anywho, let's get it started. The first string I'm going to show you guys is this one. It's with the bleeding, and you do the bleeding string, which is this right here. This move right here, which in my opinion is Scarlet's best move because there's just so much shit you can do with it. Alright, and then you're going to cancel into the red miss. Alright, the red miss is it's very unsafe, but if your opponent's blocking, they're going to think twice. So this is how it looks like when either of these hits land. 17. But what's really cool about this is once it lands, you could instantly start going in, mixing it up, and then go for grabs and just start adding pressure, and then their life is just gonna go down. Look, it just goes down. I'm not even doing anything and it goes down. So you're gonna want to equip this move at all times. Ways to set it up is you could cancel it from a down poke. That's one way. There's this way to do it, and then there's this way. Alright, let me show you. Which is solid too, because it's enough to do this move. This is arguably, in my opinion, Scarlet's best move. Because even if your opponent blocks it, you're -1. And you can still add pressure. After this, if he blocks it, you could do a down poke. Or if you could dash back and give him an overhead, blah blah blah. Alright, that's one of the strings. So this move is really important in this variation. You're going to want to equip it at all times. Just finds ways of setting it up. Either with a down poke, or this way, or this string right here. Oh. Alright, so once this move lands, you're going to want to keep doing pressure. The move that I always do first is the bleeding move, which is this right here. Once this moves on there, alright, let's say our opponent's gonna block everything. Put block all, right? Let's say he blocks. They're still losing a shitload of damage. I'm not even landing shit. You know, it's really solid. This is such a solid move. Boom, boom, poke, boom, boom, boom. Not only that, but if your opponent notices that you're doing this move a lot, you could kind of psych them out. You could just throw one, wait, grab right there, because there's waiting for that second hit. So there's just a lot of shit you could do with this. So this is the first main move for Scarlet, the red miss. It's really solid. There's a couple of ways of setting it up, as I showed you guys. Even this way. Give me my space. Even if they block it, you're going to have your space. You're going to be +6, which is another great way of setting it up. Give me my space, boom, boom, poke, grab, how you doing? And that is red miss. Boiling point. It's a really cool move, does a lot of damage. What's really cool about it, you could actually pick the range that you want. This is me doing it regularly. And this is gonna be me doing it from far, so you can catch them if you're like full screen or whatever. Or you could also do it, which is kind of tricky. I'm not that great at doing, is at close. So you do the move and you hold back, hold up, and it'll be super close. All right, ways to set this move up. I'll show you first is with the spear stab, which is back X, and it's just like that. This move is really good. It's really fast, and it's Scarlet's only low starter, and it's solid, and it puts your opponent back, giving my space. So once you do this move, just do boiling point regularly, and then you could enhance it for extra damage, 23%. This is probably my favorite way of doing this move if I see my opponent whiff or anything. And yeah, this is this is my punish move. Just basically just 2 hits, 23%. Sign me up. But here comes the problem with this move. So let's say I'm gonna put my opponent to block all. Now I'm at this range, right? And my opponent whiffs. I'm gonna do it regularly. The move is going to whiff. Now it's not gonna whiff. If you have some distance, then you know they get caught by it. But if you're super close, it's gonna whiff. So you're gonna want to land it around this distance right here regularly. But if you see yourself at this distance and you're gonna throw this, I wouldn't even recommend doing it because whiffing is like death. So instead, I would throw, what's that move called? I would do Bloodshot instead. If you're at this range, give me my space. There you go. So if you're close, there, boom, again, boom, there you go. That's one way of setting up. If you find yourself at this range. Or another thing you could do, which I don't really like to do because I kind of suck at doing it, you could do the boiling point move, but close. So you hold back. After you do the move, you could do that, but it could be kind of tricky sometimes, especially online. Sometimes it won't come out, so you're kind of fucked there. So yeah, that's one way of doing it. Another way I like to do that move is that if I'm feeling ballsy and I see this move land, boom, I hold it all the way forward. After I do the boiling point, I hold it forward so they can land over there. So it looks like this. Now if I did it regularly, it's gonna miss. So you have to hold it and then enhance it, blah blah blah. That's one way of doing it. Now of course, if your opponent, if he blocks it, of course he's gonna miss. Why this move is good is you have to do it regularly. You don't have to do it up close. So you can just do it regularly. So after these 2 kicks land, you know, you can get them. So that's pretty cool. And for the big boy combo, here we go. You're gonna put the end is night, or whatever the hell that move is. This move right here, that move, and then do those kicks, right? And then you're gonna do it, and then you're gonna do boiling point. This is probably the biggest combo of SCARLET that I know. There's other things you can do, like other combos that I know that you can do, but this is just my solid bread and butter combo that I just land all the time. Oh yeah, another way of doing that move is the bleeding, which has tricky timing, but it can't be too bad, and it does 28%, so that's solid. So yeah, that's boiling point for you. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys some tactics with SCARLET that I really like to do. Is I like to stagger my opponent and freak him out, make him not finish strings and you go for grabs. For this move, right? So I put my opponent on block. So he's gonna block everything. That's cool. The majority of players are gonna block low, which is what you're supposed to do against SCARLET, because the only thing she has over her head is this move right here, and it's pretty slow. It's more of a good footsie tool, you know, getting from a distance and whatever. So let's say I'm doing this move, poke, I get it again, right? Say I do it halfway, not even finishing, go for a grab. So you do this, throw one kick, and you immediately grab right after. Why? Because a lot of people are waiting for that second hit. So you just throw one and grab. It looks just like that. So it's just forward circle, grab. That's how you freak out your opponent. There are other ways to do it is the red rum, which is this one, square triangle. A lot of people are expecting this or whatever, or if they see you do this move, boom, whatever, blah blah. So you just do it halfway, go forward a little bit. Don't do it just so there's not enough this. Let's say I'm grabbing immediately right after. That's not gonna work. You just have to go forward just a little bit. So it just comes out really fast. Because SCARLET doesn't have an overhead starter, or she doesn't have mix-ups really. She just has like stuff like this. You know, this move right here this string is really good, but you need to finish it. You can't just throw this because you're minus 17, and if your opponent knows, maybe Sub-Zero can get a slide on you, whatever the hell it is. So you just gotta find strings that I find myself doing a lot is this one, and then this one too. When you throw this, you're gonna miss. If you just throw like this, you're gonna miss, your opponent's gonna block. So just throw it halfway, a little bit forward to grab. Boom. But here's the thing about this stuff. None of this stuff is guaranteed. You gotta kind of read your opponent. You can't abuse it. You just gotta do it every once in a while. You can't be predictable. You just gotta do it at random times, you know? So, yeah, another one is this, the backstab. So you could do this move, or you could do this. These are really safe. This one is like -5, and this one I believe is -6. So you just throw this move, grab, and that's staggering with Scarlet. So just remember, don't abuse it. Just do it every once in a while, and you're gonna get your opponent. Grabs with Scarlet is really important because grabs in this game are just really good, and just making your opponent second guess himself, like, oh, is he gonna finish the string, or is he gonna grab me, or whatever. So, you know, yeah, there's that. Yep, and that's Period Girl for you. That's the way I like to use Scarlet. I'm not really big into zoning or whatever, even though Scarlet's a really good zoning character, probably one of the best zoning characters in the game. But, you know, I like to use her up close, rush down, stagger the shit, grab, the whole shebang bang. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want me to do any other different, unique character variations, let me know. I'll do it. Hallelujah, holla back.